So I got another great question on my Facebook page. It was talking about max sets, how often you should do them, and why you should do them. And so for me, max sets, there's two different kinds. So there's strength maxing. So powerlifting, if you're into like squat, benching, deadlifting, and there's other variations, you can do 1 to 5 rep max, 90% and above. And so if you're doing 90%, you're usually doing 5 rep max or a rep max set. And so that's highly fatiguing on your CNS system. If you're not doing squat, bench, deadlift to want to get better at squat, bench, deadlift, you don't ever need to max on these unless you absolutely want to. But usually I recommend having a coach or someone that can really show you how to do these, because if you're not, you're really gonna mess up your form. Your nervous system's just gonna get so fatigued. And so for me, hypertrophy, 5 to 30 rep sets, 95% and below. This can be the squat, bench, and deadlift, but it's usually your accessories, like the dumbbell bench press, lat pull downs, rows, anything like that that really hits the muscle. And so that's the difference between strength and hypertrophy max sets. Strength really works on the movement, so you're getting better and stronger at the squat, bench, and deadlift. So for hypertrophy training, max sets, you're kind of going through more mechanical tension, muscle damage, muscle stress. So that's like getting the pump, more metabolites, more blood flow to that area. And so I'll show you the difference between strength powerlifting maxes and then hypertrophy training maxes.
All right, guys, so this is a 1 rep max. This is 515 on the squat. And so you can see the intensity and the effort is both high. Here's a 5 rep max bench set. So the intensity is lower, but the effort's still high. As you can tell, when you start lowering weight but adding reps, it's gonna look a little bit easier, but it's still hard. That's why they call it 5 rep max. Most you can do for 1 rep, 2 reps, 3 reps, 4 reps, 5 reps, anything like that. So like I said, most of you don't need to be doing like this. Maybe 5 rep max, 3 rep max would be the best. But here's an absolute all-out grinder set. These sets teach you how to strain. They teach you how to teach your muscles to work together. And 99% of you don't need to be doing max sets like this unless you're starting to train for powerlifting or bodybuilding or something like that. But this is a really great 2 rep set that I had. So you don't have to max out like this. This is like for strength, powerlifting, getting better at the squat, bench, and the deadlift. So I'm gonna move on to hypertrophy training sets now. All right, so these are hypertrophy or muscle building max sets. So 5 to 30 rep range. So here's the upper body stuff, just 3 different videos. You can see the lowering or the eccentric is lower, reps are higher, the weight's not so heavy, but you can see where my muscles are flexing. You can see my chest flexing on the far right. You can see my triceps really working. And so the point of hypertrophy training, like I said in the beginning of the video, is when you're doing hypertrophy training, you're hitting the muscle, you're making the muscle stronger. Versus like strength training, you're actually just working the movement, so you're getting stronger at bench, squat, and deadlift, but this is actually making your muscles stronger. And so here's a great example of a lower body hypertrophy workout. And so this is 355 on the safety squat bar, and I think I do this for 7 reps. But this is how a max set should look if you're doing goblet squats, leg press, hack squats, anything that you're not doing max weight for, but you're going a little bit heavier, going higher reps. This is the effort that you should put in. And if you can teach your body how to train like this, really push through that mindset of where it hurts because it's uncomfortable. Because anytime you get under weight that's this heavy, it's always going to be a little bit uncomfortable, especially when you're doing high rep sets. But this is the really true way to grow. This is a really good max set. So like I said, max sets are different for strength and hypertrophy. So for strength, it's the 1 to 5 rep max, which I showed earlier in the video. And hypertrophy, I don't really do up to 30 rep sets. Occasionally I do, but maybe like once or twice a year. And so here's another one just for hamstrings. This is a straight leg or stiff-legged deadlift. So I'm just doing 1 set to absolute failure. And so I'm getting through that full range of motion, taking my hips and my hamstrings through the full range of motion, getting a full stretch, kind of exploding up, going lower. So even any hamstring movements, any lower body movements can be done like this. 2 to 3 sets to almost failure are considered max sets in my book. And so hopefully this gives you a little bit of a difference on what the max sets are for strength versus hypertrophy.
That's the difference between max sets, strength and hypertrophy. They're very different. There's two different ways of doing max sets, max effort. So if you have any other questions on any of this, let me know. Thanks.